Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome back to part 17 of the Dark Souls 3 full playthrough walkthrough. Let me just double check that it is part 17. I do believe it is. Yeah, part 17. Okay, so this is it. This is the final walkthrough for the base game. After this, we will be going into the DLC. So, fair warning, or not even fair, it's not a warning, it's just, piece of knowledge. There's no forced New Game Plus in Dark Souls 3. Unlike Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne and Demon Souls, when you kill the final boss in Dark Souls 3, you get the credits and you just return to Firelink Shrine. You don't go to New Game Plus until you actually select it in a menu, so it's really nice. It allows you to keep doing some quest lines, farm, PvP, do whatever you want to do, and of course go into the DLC. So, I have access to all 4 endings. There are 4 endings of this game. I will explain them after we defeat the final boss. You can basically get access to 3 at any time. The 4th one, the Usurper of the Flame ending, which is like the super secret ending, that questline has to be done basically before you get too deep into Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. So if you weren't already progressing that storyline yourself, it's too late. The other 3, though, can be done now. You just need to go to Untended Graves and pick up the Eyes of a Firekeeper and give them to the Firekeeper. And then you get access to 2 more endings, including the regular base ending for 3. Okay, I'll show you my character stats. Currently level 98, with 35 Vigor, 10 Attunement, 28 Endurance, 23 Vitality, 40 Strength, 15 Dex, 10 Intelligence, 22 Faith, 7 Luck. I'm using a Butcher Knife plus 10 and the Grass Crest Shield. I have the Iron set and the Armor of the Sun, which is basically Solaire set, Night Slayer's Ring, Covetous Silver Serpent Ring, Karthus Milk Ring, and the Estus Ring. And that's pretty much it. So, just for the sake of doing this boss, I'm removing everything off my hotbar except for the flask and embers. Okay, so to access the endgame, what you need to do, if you haven't been doing it already, is you need to place the Cinders of a Lord onto each throne. So this one here, this is... What the hell is this? I think it's Aldrich. Nope. Pretty sure this is Aldrich. Yeah, this is Aldrich. Ludleth is already on his throne, so you don't need to worry about him. This is Yorm the Giant. Yeah, he looks so sad, this guy. It's crazy. Oh, this is Holy King Lothric. Oh, okay, that's why he looks so sad. So this is Watchers of the Abyss. I already did this one. And then this is Yorm the Giant. So once you offer all 4, I'm trying to position my camera, the Firekeeper walks over to the bonfire. And then once she sort of finishes walking over, we can talk to her. And then we'll see what happens. She walks so slow. Alright.
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones, all thanks to thee, most worthy of lords. Ashen One, with the lords as thy witness, bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the lords' embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord, fit to link the fire. Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover. Noble lords of Cinder, the fire fades. And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir. Let her grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
Okay, so here we are in the Kiln of the First Flame. We can light this bonfire, and then you better believe we're about to light a bonfire 20 feet in front of us. So here in the Kiln of the First Flame, this is sort of like a destroyed Firelink shrine. There's really not much here. You can feel free to walk around, but you'll soon see that like even the exterior is just destroyed. But you know, you always just gotta check. Okay. Cool. So now, yeah, you can't go up the stairs. You get this really cool set piece moment with the dark sign in the sky. And then there's a bonfire right here. So that bonfire is actually a teleport. So it's not exactly a bonfire, I guess, but you know. So I find this all really cool and pretty interesting. This whole area here. In the second DLC, The Ringed City, this will... It's not exactly the same area, but it's like somewhat explorable, which is pretty cool. Although now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it is the actual area. I haven't actually ever thought about that. And you'll see why I'm questioning this in a second. So anyway, once you're ready, go ahead and proceed to the first flame by touching this bonfire. And you'll get teleported a little while away. Alright. So basically, we're now like down here, and I don't know where Firelink was supposed to be. I feel like it's supposed to be up here, but for some reason now it's not. I don't really get it. But there's another bonfire here. And then there's a bonfire over here as well, but this is a teleport bonfire that takes you to the Dreg Heap. And the Dreg Heap is the second DLC. So this bonfire will not be here for you if you don't own the second DLC. It'll just be rubble. But, you know, we won't worry about that now. That'll be a future walkthrough. So, walking up this big hill is just sort of a nice moment to soak it all in. And there is a summon sign here. This is the Londor Pale Shade. You can summon him if you like. I think that only appears if you have gone through the Yuria of Londor questline. And speaking of, her summon sign will be right here. So you can summon Yuria of Londor. I actually recommend summoning her if you kind of want completionist status, if you want to call it. Because if you summon her and she survives the boss battle, if you go back to Firelink Shrine after the credits, you can get her weapon. So her weapon will be where she was standing in Firelink. So it's really not a bad idea to summon her. It does make the fight a little bit easy, or a little bit easier. She's kind of strong. But, yeah, just keep that in mind. Alright, but once you're ready, you're going to walk through here and we're going to fight the Lord of Cinder. The Lord of Cinder is the final boss of the base game. You can see him sort of smoldering over there. He's a two-phase fight. In Phase 1, he sort of transforms into different playstyles. Similar to Nameless King, it's almost like fighting a player. It's a really, really cool boss fight. So he has 3 stances. One is just your typical knight stance, is like the default stance. The second one is a caster, and he gets really strong sorceries. The third one is sort of like a rogue, quick-moving, curved sword. Yeah, and then in the final phase, I'm going to spoil it, but he basically turns into Gwyn from Dark Souls 1, and it's almost an identical fight, except this time he uses miracles, so he can cast lightning spells. Each phase is just as strong as the other. You know, when he's the caster, it's not like he has less HP or anything. It's just a straight-up fight against all different forms. And then the final phase is a full health bar of Gwyn. And the music is incredible. All right, let's get started. So the Lord of Cinder begins to stand up. He takes the coiled sword out of the bonfire and comes after you with it. So you can lock on to this boss if you like. No harm in that. Yeah, he delays his attacks as well. Oof, yeah, he can scoop you with that one. You gotta be careful. And just like Gwyn in Dark Souls 1, he really does not ever let up, which is cool. I like it. Oh, God. Yeah, I was trying to get away from that. Alright, so here he is as the caster. And so he gets a crazy set of Homing Crystal Soul Mass, and then he can cast that, whatever the hell that is. And you will notice that sometimes he sort of charges up his staff, and then he gets this like really big Kamehameha wave. But the thing to keep in mind is that his Homing Crystal Soul Mass is basically, yeah, this is the move here. And this like tracks you, so it's kind of hard to avoid. Anyway, the thing to remember is that his Homing Crystal Soul Mass, once it's out, it's always out. So like it's crazy. Like once he's in that sorcery stance, the Homing Crystal Soul Mass will always be coming out. Once he changes stance back to any other forms, it goes away, so you won't have to worry about it. Oh boy. Oops. But when he's the sorcerer, you really need to watch out for that Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Alright, so he now has a long sword. Sort of like a javelin, if you will. I actually forgot about this phase. Oh, come on, buddy. Alright, so he is not able to be riposted, but he can be staggered. Oh, God. Similar to, who was it? Havel. So he's back in the rogue format. Oh, Poison Mist. I totally forgot he could do that. And Combustion. What a dynamo. Okay, so that is the first phase. I'm just going to pull out Moss. And then here we go. Now we're fighting Gwyn. So the music changes. You hear the familiar piano tune, which, believe it or not, is like in the Elden Ring trailer for some reason. I don't get that. And then, yeah, I totally forgot about that move. So basically you're fighting Gwyn. I cannot remember if he is parryable in this form. Go ahead and try it. I kind of don't think he is. But he has all of Gwyn's moves, including that really fast backhand. Alright, so this is a storm that you gotta watch out for. Oh no, sorry, that's not the storm. That's just the lightning stake. He does have a move. Oh man, the grab. I love... When I tell you, when this music came in, I just couldn't believe it. It's really so special. Anyway, I'm trying to get him to use that. Yeah, no, not that. I want him to do the storm, this way you see it. I think this is it. Yeah, so there's a storm up here, a storm cloud, and it just starts raining lightning. So you gotta be really careful with that. This is a bad drink. This is a big combo, you really gotta watch out for that. Yeah, that can one-shot you if you're not careful. If you don't have a ton of health, that will one-shot you. Alright, yeah. Oh, wow, I can't believe I missed. So I want to get him back on, like, even ground. Because I don't like fighting him on these hills. It's really tough. Nah, I don't think he's parryable. I'm trying to let my stamina replenish really fast. Alright, so this is the storm again. Sort of keep an eye on it. It all comes down and then comes zooming towards you. Whoa! Was not ready for that. Alright. So if you've like played Dark Souls 1 a million times, you'll notice that like it's just Gwyn, right? He's like not terribly hard, but he can still trick you. You know what I mean? He's fast. He's a fast old man. And Soul of Cinder's no joke. The sort of idea is that the Soul of Cinder may be the player character from Dark Souls 1, which I think is a really cool kind of idea. But that's it. Alright, so you kill the Soul of Cinder. His armor will now be purchasable from the Shrine Handmaiden, and you get the Soul of the Lords. Alright, from here, I'm pretty sure you could just go back to Firelink Shrine if you don't want to actually end the game. You can do that, but you don't... There's no point. But from here, we have several options. So we can summon the Firekeeper. Where is Yuria's summon sign? Hang on. I'm not seeing Yuria's summon sign. Oh. Okay, hold on. Yuria summon sign. Questline. Alright, so you don't actually have to summon her, I guess? Hold on. I don't want to mess this up. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so after looking at the wiki and the book, because we have done, or here's what's actually triggering it. So because we have 8 dark sigils, we will now get the secret ending. So I sort of misspoke before when I said that we have access to all 4. We actually only have access to 3 at this given moment. However, what we're going to do is we are going to go back to Firelink Shrine. Because I just found out that if you do this, you can still get her weapon. So you don't actually have to summon her. I think. Let's find out. Nope, never mind. Oh well. If you kill the final boss and walk back to Firelink Shrine without lighting the fire, you can still find Yuria's Dark Drift where she's standing. Okay, so I think that's only if you do it. Anyway. Go back to the Kiln of the First Flame and we'll actually end it. So, at this point we have 3 options. We can get the super secret ending just by touching the bonfire, which is what we're going to do. But I'll explain the other 2 endings as well. Since we have given the Eyes of the Firekeeper to the Firekeeper, we can summon the Firekeeper next to that bonfire, next to that final bonfire. And if we do that, the Firekeeper will appear, and then we can trigger her ending. But there are actually 2 endings to the Firekeeper, and one of them is like really dastardly. So, if you summon the Firekeeper and then end the game, you will get a cutscene, and then it just completely fades to black. And then the Firekeeper will say, like, Ashen One, are you there? When that happens, or as that's happening, just keep pressing R1, because you're going to kill the Firekeeper. And killing the Firekeeper during that black cutscene where you can't see anything triggers another ending. So the Firekeeper actually gives you 2 different endings. So kill her for one, don't kill her for another. Touch the bonfire for the super secret ending since you have 8 dark sigils, and you're good to go. I will also tell you a trick. This is basically save scumming if you've ever done that. But since this is a PS4 game, and I'm sure you can do this on Xbox as well, and of course PC, what I recommend doing at this particular moment is backing up your save to a USB drive. You can do that really easily on all the consoles. And then you can get all 4 ending trophies basically in 2 seconds. So just back up your save, get one ending, restore the save, get the other ending, restore the save, and keep on doing that. To get the regular ending, just go to the Firekeeper in Firelink Shrine and ask her to heal your Dark Sigil, and then that will sort of restore the regular ending of the game. So do that one last. But for now, let us get the Usurper of the Flame ending and end the base game walkthrough.
Gracious Lord, make Londor whole.
And there you go. That is the super secret ending of Dark Souls 3. It's a tough ending to work towards because you have to do some storylines in like a really particular order, and certain characters have to die, certain characters have to live, and it prevents you from doing other things. So this game is a game that is meant to be played multiple times. There's 4 endings for a reason. Save scumming to get the 4 endings is one method of doing it, but you actually do have to play through the game 3 times in order to get all the rings. So you're kind of like only saving 1 playthrough, and the playthroughs get really fast from here on out because you know where everything is, you have a plus 10 weapon, and everything's just easier. So, but this is Dark Souls 3, the base game. We will continue this walkthrough series with the DLC. So at the end of the credits, you'll get this message. Begin Journey 2 in current state. Journey 2 can be initiated from the Shrine Bonfire if you do not wish to begin now. So we will press no, and then we just respawn at Firelink Shrine, sort of like nothing ever happened, but then we will get an additional option at the bonfire that says Begin Journey 2. And then if you're on Journey 2, that'll also begin Journey 3, and so on and so forth. So that's how New Game Plus works in Dark Souls 3. And like I said, the transposing kiln is still here on Loveless Throne, so you don't need to worry about that. Still here. You begin transposition and do all your stuff. So you can create the... Where the hell is it? You can create the coiled... the Firelink Greatsword with the Soul of the Lords from the Soul of Cinder. And then I think you could do something else with it. Soul of the Lords also gives you the Sunlight Spear Miracle. So you definitely have to kill him twice to get both boss things and at least the Miracle. So you're going to be playing this game multiple times if you're trying to go for the Platinum, but it's honest to God one of my favorite games to play. I rank this under Dark Souls 1, but it's a really close second in the Dark Souls series. It's a fantastic game, it really, really is, and I like the story, I like the world. I do wish the world was a bit more interconnected, honestly, but I still think it's great. It's built well, it's just, you just travel differently, or compared to Dark Souls 1. Just want to see if Yuria has anything to say.
Our Lord and Liege, thine heart is fixed upon the linking of the fire, but brave usurper, so that...
Okay.
Our Lord and Liege, I prithee when the...
Yeah, okay, no worries. At this point, though, I'm pretty sure you can kill her, and she will drop Yuria's ashes, which unlocks the Purging Stone, Poison Throwing Knife, Londor, Braille, Divine Tome, Dark Hand, Untrue Dark Ring, Untrue White Ring, Ring of Sacrifice. Yeah, so you can't get her weapon by killing her. Dark Drift. Yeah. So Dark Drift has to be obtained... Yeah, by You cannot get her weapon. It's an invisible blade. It's really cool. But you can't get it unless you summon her for the final boss fight, and she survives. That's okay, though. What you can do, though, is she has like a little hidden quest where if you kill Orbeck of Vinheim and then give her Orbeck's ashes, what does she give you? She gives you the Morian Blade, which is a jagged sword, if you give her the ashes of Orbeck. But totally up to you. You don't have to do that. Yeah, so from here we will level up one last time. And then in the next part of the walkthrough, we will go through the DLC, starting with the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. So let's do that. Great. I will tell you that the Ashes of Ariandel DC, it's like a long adventuring area. There's actually only 2 bosses in the entire DLC. There's Sister Frida, and then there is the some like hunter with a wolf or something like that. It's basically a Sith fight. So the way those walkthroughs will work is, I'm pretty sure the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to cut them by like adventuring location. So there's 2 big areas in the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. Several bonfires, but just a couple of locations. So I think what I'll do is I'll make the first part of that DLC walkthrough just be like the big snowy area that you have to go through. And then once you get to the Corvian settlement, I'll cut it there, and then we'll do the rest. Because basically both bosses are accessed through the Corvian settlement, I think. It's been a long time since I've done that DLC, but I think that's how I'll do it. Yeah, if not, if it does wind up being accessible with that first boss, then maybe I'll just do that instead. I have to see. I'm going to look it up and see, and look at the map and see how it works. But next walkthrough, we're going to start the DLC. But that is it for the base game. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of Dark Souls 3, especially compared to the rest of the series. What we're closing out here. I will tell you, the Ashes of Ariandel DLC is shorter than the Ringed City. The Ringed City is quite long. It's fantastic. It's really like a wonderful send-off to the series, so I'm really excited to get to it. But Ashes of Ariandel is first, and we'll go from there. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Dark Souls 3, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.